And welcome to Divisions Maintenance Group's Provider Portal. If you have logged in to Divisions Provider Portal before, you can enter the username you have already established. If this is your first time, you will use the username included in our initial email invitation. Typically, your username is your email address. This information was emailed to the person at your company that we have listed as the primary contact. If you've been to the portal before, enter the password that you set for yourself. If this is your first login, you will be prompted to set your password. If you forget your password, you can click on Forgot Password, and Divisions will email you a link to reset your password. Once you've entered your password, click Login. This will take you to the dashboard. If at any time you wish to change your password, locate Change Password here in the upper right corner and click to begin the process. After you have completed your login, you will arrive at the dashboard. Everything you need can be accessed through this page, and you can return to it any time by clicking on the Dashboard button. This black navigation bar will remain with you throughout the site. Please keep an eye out for the yellow alert box. Divisions may put special alerts to all of our providers regarding the invoicing process here. There are 4 quick access links for your convenience. First is Upcoming Services. This displays any service assigned to your company that has not been completed as of today's date. The total number of service cases on your list is summarized at the bottom of the box. Next is the My Invoices link. This is where you will go to review, submit, and check the status of invoices for work completed. At the bottom of this box, you will see a count of how many invoices are available to be submitted, how many are being reviewed by Divisions, and how many invoices with total dollar amount are available for early pay. Next is Account Settings. Here, you can update your company billing information, W-9 and insurance information, as well as your direct deposit designation. And finally, the Resources section. This is where you will find contact information for Divisions Accounts Payable and your local field representative, as well as tutorial videos and frequently asked questions. The red box at the bottom of the screen displays items that need your immediate attention, specifically service calls where the ETA has been missed and purchase orders that are expiring soon. If you have many items to display, you will need to use the scroll bar on the right. Once work has been completed and confirmed, these items will be removed. Now, let's talk about how to submit your invoices. As of September 1st, 2013, Divisions requires all invoices to be submitted through the Provider Portal. You can get to Invoices by either clicking Invoices in the main navigation or by using the My Invoices Quick Access link. When the Invoices page comes up, notice that there is a tab for each step of the invoice process. Number 1, Upcoming Services. This shows work that hasn't been completed yet. Number 2, Invoices to Submit, shows work that has been completed but has not been invoiced. Number 3, In Process Invoices, displays invoices that you have submitted and are now in Divisions' hands for processing. Number 4, Approved Invoices, shows invoices that have successfully made it through Divisions review and are in line for payment. This is also where you'll find early pay. And number 5, Paid Invoices, which shows a record of invoices that have been paid. You can click on any of these tabs to follow the progress of your invoices. Note that on each tab, we have provided a print or Excel function so that you can download the data that is being displayed. To submit an invoice, navigate to tab number 2, Invoices to Submit. Using the buttons provided, you have the option to display either recurring contract invoices or service call invoices. Please note that the date you submit your invoice via the portal becomes the invoice date of record. Let's start with contract invoices. Divisions has designed the portal so that contract invoices are easy for you to submit. Invoices for contracted services will show up here automatically each month unless IVR was required for the service. For each PO that has a completed work status, all you have to do is enter your company's invoice number in the fields in the far left column. You can submit all of them or just some of them by filling in your invoice numbers, then clicking Submit Contract Invoices. If you have many records, you can easily find something specific by using the filter fields at the top of the PO and property name columns. After you've clicked Submit Contract Invoices, you will see a confirmation screen. Verify your work and click Confirm Contract Invoice Submission or Cancel if you need to go back. Now, let's have a look at invoices for service calls or work that is not part of a contracted service. Click the Service Call button to display the POs that are available to be billed. Invoices will be made available on this screen only after the work has been confirmed as complete. When IVR is required for service, the status will automatically be marked as complete when the technician has checked out via IVR. Find the service that you wish to bill and select it by clicking on the blue PO number on the far left. Don't forget, you can use the filter boxes to search for a specific PO or property. Once you've clicked on the PO, you will see the invoice detail page. Divisions has pre-populated as much of the service detail as possible in advance. It appears in the gray box at the top. In the invoice number field, please fill in your company's invoice number. This will allow you to match your online submittals with your company's accounting systems later. Next, review and edit the description field. Divisions has filled in this box from the scope that we have on file, but if there were notes from the technician or specifics about the service you'd like to add for clarity, you may do so here. Now you're ready to add line items. Under Type, you can choose Labor, Materials, or Trip Charges from the drop-down box. Next, use the line description field to add a description. And finally, enter the quantity in the next box, followed by the unit cost. The system will total these items for you. Please note that completion of every field is required. To add another line item, simply choose Add a Line Item and another row will appear. Notice now that on the right, you can also move line items up or down or delete them if necessary by clicking the minus sign. You have the option to attach files to this invoice. Acceptable file attachments include site photographs, site worksheets, or completion forms. A copy of your invoice would be an unacceptable attachment. You can attach files by clicking the Attach File button on the bottom right. Click on Browse and a browser window will pop up. Choose the file you want to attach and click Choose. If you want to save your work and finish it later, just click the Save Draft button. But if everything looks good and you are ready to submit, click Submit Invoice. Please note that the system will not accept any invoice that exceeds a not to exceed or NTE amount. NTEs are listed on your work order on the top right corner. After you click Submit Invoice, you will be returned to the list of invoices available for submittal. The invoice you submitted can now be found in the In Process Invoices section. Tab number 3 is In Process Invoices, which means that the divisions team is reviewing the invoice for accuracy. Things like pricing, supporting documentation, and hourly rates are all verified by divisions. For a perfect invoice, it typically takes 3 to 4 business days before the invoice is moved to approval status. Notice in the invoice status column that there is a blue box with a question mark in it. If you hover your mouse over it, you will see a list of the invoice status descriptions. First is Do Not Pay. This indicates a problem with the invoice, such as lack of a required completion form, a questionable charge, or insufficient work description. When an invoice is coded Do Not Pay, an email is automatically sent to you which includes the specific problem code. The invoice becomes available again to you under tab number 2, Invoices to Submit, for correction and resubmittal. Next is Processing, which means the invoice is being reviewed. And last is On Hold, which typically means that your company information, such as an insurance certificate or a W-9, needs updating or attention. The fourth tab, Approved Invoices, shows invoices that have been approved by divisions for payment. These records will stay in this queue until they are paid. This is also where you can select invoices for early payment. Simply check the box next to the invoice and then click Submit Invoice for early pay. Look for the Early Pay Guidelines listed at the top of the screen. The last tab, Paid Invoices, provides a record of invoices that have been paid. The system defaults to displaying the last 45 days, but you can retrieve records for up to 365 days. Remember, you can use the Print Excel feature to download the payment data for your own record keeping.